Hello, thank you for joining me again. I mentioned in my last piece that I would do a little bit more about knowing ourselves. And there's a tool that I've used quite regularly with clients, and it's called a Johari's window. And it's a bit like the window up there, just basic 4 panes. But they are not like mine, they're movable. And they show different aspects of us, our personality, our being. And the top left one is what we call the open self. That's the bits that everybody else knows about us. The obvious things. The things that seem obvious. Though, are they always obvious? Maybe they're a facade, but that's another story. The pane below is what we call the hidden self. It's stuff about me that I know, but others don't. There might be some who know it. There'll always be friends who look beyond the surface, who I only have to say hello on the phone and they'll say, hello, how are you? I'm fine, thank you. No, how are you really? Or they'll look into my eyes and say, how are you? Oh, I'm fine. No. Come on, out with the truth. So we might feel that we've got the curtain drawn on that to everybody, probably to most. Because if you say I'm fine, most people believe you because they're busy in their own world. And I always remember my first ever counselling person. I had a placement at Manchester Met working with students, and it had been arranged that my first ever counselling client would be a young lady who had problems with time management. So nothing deep, nothing emotional, something that I could easily work with. So the other 2 counsellors had gone in to see their clients, and then the secretary came running to me. She says, oh, I'm sorry, we've got a young man who needs to see somebody. I said, well, have you expect? She said, he won't wait. If he can't see somebody now, he's going. She said, and I'm frightened. She said, I'm frightened for him. So I said, right, if you can cancel my client, I will see him. So I met with this guy. He's about 6'5", absolutely gorgeous lad. And apparently the other 2 counsellors came and listened at the door several times, and as neither he nor I were screaming, they left me to it. And I always appreciated that. We were together for quite a while. And at one point, I said, well, how are you? And they said, I'm fine. I said, right. What do you mean by that? He said, don't you believe me? I said, well, it's a good flip comment. He said, everybody else does. I said, yeah, most people would believe you. I said, but I want to know the truth. He said, excuse the language, and you excuse mine too. He said, I'm fucking insecure, neurotic and empty. God, and he said, it feels so much better to get that out. We then carried on at a different level of honesty. So that is the first 2 panes, the open and the hidden self. On the other side of the window, we've got our blind self. And this is information, things that others know about you, that they know about me, that I don't know. The stuff that we keep buried and try not to acknowledge. Maybe somebody will say, oh, but you're so confident. No, I'm not. Well, actually, maybe I am. You are beautiful inside and out. The instant riposte from most would be, oh, don't be daft. No, I'm not. Because they don't see that. And then the last bit is the unknown self. Information about me, you as a person, that you don't know, that they don't know. Maybe stuff that you have yet to discover. Back to that achieving and believing yesterday. Maybe if you do start to believe, you will achieve, and what's hidden will become obvious to you and maybe to others. So I'll put a copy of Johari's window onto the written bit, or maybe in the thumbnail. I'll get it in there somehow. And see what you think about it. See what aspects of you fit into those panes. And if you feel that you want to move the panes in any direction, how or what could you do? If you live locally to me and this is something that interests you, get in touch. I'm always happy to see new clients. And if you don't live local to me, then we can always work by Skype or some alternative. Thank you for listening. Take care, and I will speak to you tomorrow. Closing the curtains on my window. Bye-bye.